So I was surfing around New Balance's website and I came across these guys right here. This is a new version of the Fresh Foam X 1080 V12, which is one of my favorite models from New Balance to date. But now we have a Permafrost version that I wanted to go ahead and get and review and kind of give you guys my 2 cents on this model. And there's a couple things I really like about these, a couple things I don't like as much, but I do want to give you guys my thoughts on this shoe right here. And then I do have the previous 2 versions of the 1080 V12s, the original ones and then the Laceless version. And then I'll let you guys know which of these 3 I like the best. But let's go ahead and get into the video of the Permafrost version of the 1080 V12s. What's going on, guys? My name is Hess. If you guys are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. And if you guys are interested in buying any of these 3 that I'm going to be showing you, primarily the Permafrost first and then the other 2 versions of the 1080 V12s, I will link them in the description and it will take you to New Balance's site and you can purchase your own. Now, if you guys do use my links, it does give me a little bit of a kickback and it lets New Balance know that you guys rock with the channel, and it is greatly appreciated as they do sponsor content on this channel on a regular basis, including this video right here, which they're sponsoring. However, they don't tell me what content I need to make, what shoes I need to review, what to say in the videos or anything like that. It's just a great partnership, honestly, and a very transparent and honest one that I personally really enjoy. So let's go ahead and get into the video on these though, because this is a shoe that I was very interested in when I saw on New Balance's website, and this colorway was really, really nice and definitely spoke to me, which is why I chose this one. But let's get into some words what New Balance says about the product. This is the Fresh Foam X 1080 V12 Permafrost, and it is $170. So it's $10 elevated from the base version and the Laceless version. They do have wide version as well as standard in here, and I will say after wearing these quite a bit, they do fit true to size. However, you should probably get the standard version if you normally get the wide version of the 1080 V12. So I do have the wide version of the 1080 V12 and the Laceless. However, for this one, for some reason, I don't need the wide version. The wide version is actually just a little bit too wide for the 1080 V12 Permafrost. So throwing that out there, a little bit interesting. I didn't realize that the sizing would be a little bit different for myself. It says a new Permafrost edition outfits the Fresh Foam X 1080 V12 with features designed to face the elements: a hydrohesion rubber outsole made for traction in wet conditions, a DWR water repellent treated upper, and toggle laces for easy adjustments and lock in while wearing gloves. These additions bring seasonally specific performance to the pinnacle underfoot cushioning experience offered by the silhouette's updated midsole mapping, which applies more foam to wider areas in the midsole and increases flexibility at the narrow point. It has a closed textile upper and synthetic and mesh materials, underfoot cushioning, and flex zones informed by pressure mapping data. Upper features no-sew overlays for a sleek fit and feel, and then the water repellent treated upper, reflective details to catch light, and then the hydrohesion rubber outsole helps you maintain grip in wet conditions. It does weigh about 10.2 ounces for a size 9. Gonna be 100% honest, it says it has different rubber. I haven't tested it to the fullest outside, but just a little teeny test inside. It has pretty grippy rubber, but honestly both versions work pretty well. I'll have an update though. I will go running in these tomorrow and then check and let you guys know in the comment section if the rubber is actually pretty grippy or not, because usually it's kind of wet out and about in the morning times when I'm running. So anyway, that's what the words say about the product, and all in all, it looks very much similar to the base model. Obviously, the updated version with the Laceless design is kind of different. The whole upper is different, the heel cup is different, the padding around the collar is different, and just the whole Laceless structure of this shoe is different. The one thing that is very similar is the midsole. However, this one doesn't have the fine dots on the outside here as the other versions do, which actually I never really noticed. But all in all, it looks very, very similar. Now the new Permafrost version, again, same sort of thing. The midsole looks fundamentally the same as the previous version. Similar designs and similar outsoles on both of them. However, they said the updated traction on this one. Now, I'm not exactly sure which zone has the updated traction, but you can see it's a couple different types of material on the bottom. There's one across the midfoot and then the toe and then the back end. So I'm not sure which one has the updated traction, but you can see, again, the wear is a little bit different. One thing I do like on the new version is you do have a fused no-sew material that comes up the side of the shoe, kind of gives it a little bit of extra protection right here. And then it actually scoops down and around to the back of the shoe also. You do have the same rubberized heel cup as on the base pair, but that extra fused overlay on the back is kind of nice to see. Then you do have a silver line that kind of comes all the way around and is like a little bit wavy through the entire upper as well. And then you get to the water treated upper. It is a treated water repellent upper that they put on this shoe, but it is not waterproof. So I wanted to debunk that and let you know, if you want a waterproof version of a New Balance shoe, the Hero V7 Gore-Tex version is going to be your go-to shoe, and I'll link that one in the description. I believe that one's $150, $160 for that one, so it's a little bit cheaper, and you do get full protection with the Gore-Tex. I will have a review on those soon, but those ones I'm sure are going to be great. I do have the previous version, the V6, and those ones are excellent. So I was not expecting the same results from here because it didn't say Gore-Tex, it didn't say waterproof. They said water repellent, and it is water repellent. If you splash a little bit of water on it, you're not going to get it through to your socks. When I was walking through the soccer fields where my kid was playing like his soccer games, and I'm carrying the chairs and all this other stuff out there, the grass was definitely very wet, and it was like early morning, 9 a.m., but I didn't get any water through my socks into my shoe. With these, it's because it wasn't super aggressive and it did repel the water. However, if you take the hose to these guys and spray them like I do on the Gore-Tex shoes, it's not going to work. You can literally see the lace holes through the shoe that the water would go through if you like doused it in water. So I just wanted to throw that out there. But I will say that it would be nice to have a Gore-Tex version of the 1080 V12. I'm a huge fan of the model, and a waterproof version would be really, really welcome for sure. But for the little stuff, this is going to work well. Again, I'm in Oregon, so it rains pretty heavy, so it's not going to be my go-to necessarily for waterproofedness. I think the colorway is really slick though. Definitely one that I like, with like the bone sort of light cream color on the entire upper. And then you do have little like bronze accents, like the little end down here, the little back strip down here, and then the three little element like logos on the side. All in all, if you're a fan of the 1080 V12 like myself, like having a variety of different versions is kind of nice, honestly. If you're trying to decide which one should you buy because you like the different varieties of sneakers, but which is the right one for you, knowing that you like this model, my personal thoughts, you should probably stick to the basic one. The main one is like the tried and true thing with the regular tongue. There's regular laces. It's a regular lockdown. The laces version is actually pretty nice how it locks in your foot. It is a little bit looser feeling in the toe box. And I like the sleek look of the laceless ones as well. So having both of them is nice because I can throw these ones on. And then for the winterized version, this is a better option than either of these two if you're going to take your kids to soccer and sit in the grass like what I had to do. These were fine. Like, they worked perfectly fine. I didn't have any issues with water seeping through the shoe. So it is water repellent, but like I said, it's not water resistant. So you can't expect it to handle a ton of water and standing in water or anything like that, because that's not the intent of the water repellent nature of this shoe. It's not Gore-Tex, and so just throwing that out there. But all in all, do I think this is a buy? I think this is a good option for somebody that really likes this shoe and wants something with a little bit more protection. I think you're going to be really happy with this option. The updated laces are fun. The extra fused material around the upper is nice. Again, these fit a little bit wide, so I would go with the standard version instead of the extra wide. For me, there was just a little bit extra width in the toe box section of the shoe. The width in the back was great, but the toe box was just a little bit too roomy, which is kind of weird to be able to say that. It happens sometimes, like the more V3 or the more V2 I tried, and I got the wide version and I just needed the regular one. So when I got the more V4, the newer version, I got a standard version instead of the wide. Some of the shoes though I like to have wide, specifically the Fuel Cell line. I like the wide versions of those. But for the new versions, I would say true to size, standard. For the regular pair, I did like the wide version for the standard pair. So interesting that they're different, but that's just my personal experience. But what do you guys think about these Permafrost versions? Did you guys try them? Leave some comments, positive or negative. Leave them in the comment section. Let other people know. And again, if you guys want to buy these or the other two versions or the Hero V7 Gore-Tex versions, I will link all of those in the description. And you can use my link again to buy any of the items that I laid out for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, please drop a like on the video. It's greatly appreciated when you guys do that. And hopefully we'll see you guys back on my channel for some more sneaker content very soon. All right, peace guys.